Hey, welcome to Fluketronic. So today we're going to be doing another new instrument. Look, this is the low D Copper Flute from Eric Räum. This is the Copper Jewel edition. So he's done some of these with the kind of the more plain copper body. So a little bit lower price point than some of the fancier etchings and the chemical finish he puts on most of them. There does include this little end cap with the with that kind of style on it. So yeah, very cool new offering from Eric. This is the fourth size. Started out with the low C, then he moved to the Lullaby edition, which is pitched in F higher than C. Then he did the big one, the bass F, and now we have the low D kind of in the middle. So a lot of innovations with this. We'll take a look at the low C comparison that I have. So why did I want to get this? Well, one reason is that I wanted to see if I could use it in a direct blow manner, because this is noticeably smaller than even the low C. So just a step higher, but noticeably shorter, and that just makes it easier to play. So let's go ahead and take a look. Comparison with the low C. Now the air adapter that you can get on all these, I haven't actually tried it because I don't think I'm going to need it, but that will work. With the low C, I really need that air adapter, and the reason is if I try to play up here, I think I've showed you this on videos with this before, and you probably won't be able to see my hands on the video here, but if I'm playing up here, it really puts my wrist at kind of this weird angle, and just doesn't work very well for me for very long. But if I use the air adapter, then I can get my hands up here and a much more neutral playing position. With the D, try and show you the difference here. So if I line up the head joint there, right, so if I try to get the holes there, it's probably about a 2.5 to 3 inch difference in reach. So holes are much closer, or that much closer. Even on the back, you can see that the back hole is much higher up the tube. And what that does is allow me to play direct with a much more neutral wrist position. Now, still a little bit cramped, or not cramped, but a little bit non-neutral. So it's usually better if I play with a little bit of a slightly modified Piper's grip on the bottom three, or on the these three fingers, and then kind of reach a little bit with the pinky. it still fits, falls pretty much to hand there. All right, so that was the main reason. It was just ergonomically. Now, you may notice that there's also a new style head here. So on the back, my camera will focus, it says CFV2, so Copper Flute version 2 of the head joint. And I'm not entirely sure all the innovations he's done here, but you can clearly see just from a visible standpoint, you've got these little notch outs. So I don't know the physics behind that, but it certainly works very well. Now, in terms of trade-offs, so this is the same scale that you get with the other three sizes. So if I'm thinking in terms of the C flute, it's a C major or D minor scale. At the top, you have the back hole is what I would call a B flat. It's actually C if you're turning on this one. But I think in terms of the C instrument. So it's a B flat note, so it's kind of the same limitations as the low C. You won't get the minor second, the flat fifth, and the minor seventh. Now you can get the minor second and C sharp and F sharp. That's what I would call them. You can get those with half holing or cross fingering. That tie B you really cannot get without stopping the end or something weird like that. So you do have that same limitation, but then you also get the same benefits of being able to play in multiple keys with very little effort. I did a video on ways to play with just anchor points. So all those anchor points work on the low D, same as the other sizes. So that's all within the family. Now, in terms of other trade-offs, so one trade-off you get is in the upper range. You don't have quite the upper range as the low C. However, I've also discovered that this has a pretty consistent third register. So let's see if we can show all the notes on the low D. And I'm going to pop my tuner on here to make sure I'm getting an accurate view here. It's hard to get that C sharp, especially in the lower octave, so maybe that won't work. Okay, so you don't really get that flatted fifth with a cross fingering like you do on the low C, so you're going to have to half hole that note. The what I would call the C sharp works a lot better in the upper octave. So you get all the chromatic notes first from C up to what I would call F. Now above that it gets a little tricky. The note above that, just the two finger note, what I would call the G, you can get it, it's a little unstable for me. It works really well to just kind of pop up like that, but trying to sustain it, I'm having a little trouble with. So it really wants to break on that note, but just normal fingerings, kind of normal breath technique, you can get an octave and a fourth easily, and almost entirely chromatic with a couple of tricks like we said. Now, so that's kind of, second register goes from, say, C to that F. Third register, check this out. It's working yesterday. Okay, we'll stop there. It was working for me a lot better yesterday on that third register. But the notes are there. It takes a little bit of practice with the attack, breath attack, and maybe leaking a few holes or something like that. And again, those might be hit or miss by the day of the week. But it is there and might just take a little practice to hit those third register notes. All right. By the way, this is low D 0007. James Bond ain't got nothing on me. 007, we're Agent 0007. All right. Thanks for watching. More later.